Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today I am reacting to a preview clip for part 2 of the reunion next week, in which we have Stormi's mom that is versus Melody Cherie. We have Stormi and her mom tag teaming Melody Cherie, you guys. And first and foremost, can we stop having the moms on the show, with the exception of Melody Cherie's mom, Miss Van, basically just taking it upon themselves to have a go at Melody Cherie and disrespect her. We've seen it with Martel's mom, we have seen it with Letitia's mom, and we have now seen it with Stormi's mom, where they just like to take a segment and just, have these moms, treat Melody Cherie like a punching bag and just come after her for the most dumb things. Here's the thing. If there's a legitimate issue with Stormi, why can't Stormi herself fight her own battles? She has no problem cussing out Marceau or coming for Letitia, but why do you need your mom as it pertains to Melody Cherie? And I'm thinking, per the preview, I was thinking when the original reunion trailer came out and I saw Betty, I was thinking to myself, okay, well, what was the issue that her and Melody Cherie had this season? Because I didn't recall anything that happened this season with Betty and Melody Cherie. And so then when I see the clip, guess what they're arguing about? Receiving hate comments on their social media platforms, and basically Stormi and her mom blaming the millimeters and saying that basically Melody Cherie needs to be responsible for her fan base and needs to say something to her fan base so that they can stop receiving hate comments. But Stormi, nobody liked you the previous season either. You were crying on your first reunion that nobody liked you. And it's not just the millimeters or people who like Melody Cherie that don't like you, that don't see it for you. Yeah, they can respect the fact that you're successful. Yeah, they can respect the fact that, you've already made, millions and things before the show. But you don't mesh well with the cast. You simply don't. And, that's off-putting as a viewer. If there's no chemistry with the cast, there isn't. But here's the thing. I don't like this tag teaming nonsense. I am tired of inserting these moms to, have a go at Melody Cherie and just completely attacking her for nonsense. Why couldn't Mama Van also be on the panel and also be on the couch, the mismatched couch colors, and have a go as well and defend her daughter? Why does it always have to be Letitia's mom and Martel's mom and now Stormi's mom, that now they have to have their own segment to have a go at Melody Cherie? And that's why when people try to say that Melody Cherie is the favorite, I call BS. Because Melody Cherie gets the worst of it, as far as I'm concerned, at these reunions. Under the guise of, quote-unquote, asking the questions that people want to know. No, these are questions you want to know, so you can be messy. Because there was no storyline whatsoever with Betty that has to do with anything. Does anybody tell Rihanna or Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, you need to talk to your fans. Your fans are too ruthless. Your fans are too mean. Your fans are sending threats. You need to make a statement on their behalf that they need to stop it. Has that ever happened? Because we have the Beehive for Beyonce's fans, we have the Navy for Rihanna's fans, we have the Barbs, we have Barty Gang, we have also the Swifties for the Taylor Swift fans, and I have yet to see any of these A-listers get on their platforms and say, you know what? You guys are doing too much. You guys need to tone it down. Here's the thing. There are unhinged people everywhere. It doesn't matter how small or large of a celebrity or reality star there is, or athlete, or musician, or actor, or author, or whoever. There is always going to be people who take their fandom to the next level and are personally affected by what you say and what you do. And so they want to take it upon themselves in your comments or your DMs or whatever to let you know how they feel. But somebody who claims to have thick skin shouldn't care whether you're liked or not. You should be continuing to do you and be your authentic self. You shouldn't be clamming up, needing to run to mommy to have, some type of intervention for Melody Cherie, who is not responsible for the millimeters. And the only reason they're doing this is because Melody Cherie has the largest fan base. And the only reason they're doing this is because the millimeters stand on business. And the only reason they're doing this is because this cast is tired of getting called out for all of their foolishness and all of their shenanigans. So they want somebody else to blame because they don't want to take accountability for their role in being messy. For their role on having this opportunity presented to them by Melody Cherie. Melody Cherie recommending these people for the show. Them having an opportunity to audition and film for the show and make the show, and then once they get on camera, they pretend to be Melody Cherie's friend for 5 minutes and then immediately go on the attack and just find, completely ridiculous reasons to no longer see it for her. And then feed into this false narrative that Melody Cherie is the issue, that Melody Cherie is nobody's friend, and all of these things. When, here's the thing, she is not your babysitter. She does not need to talk to you guys 24/7 outside of filming. She has 4 kids she has to raise. She has businesses she has to run. She is booked and busy. So this notion that she needs to talk to you every single day with like pillow talking for you to feel, satisfied in your friendship with her is completely and utterly insane. But to now try to make something out of nothing with social media is just completely and utterly stupid, as far as I'm concerned. You have features where you can turn off your comments on your post. You have, the ability to ignore comments, ignore hate comments from people. Have I ever received, even on my YouTube videos, everybody's always been positive? Absolutely not. And it gets to a point where it's like, I don't even bother going back and forth with people because it's not worth it. It isn't. For what? Because if people have already made up their mind, whether they're trolling or whether they want to be a hater or whatever it is, whatever the motivation is, there is nothing you can say or do that's going to convince them otherwise. So this notion that even if Melody Cherie did give a whole big speech on an Instagram Live or did a whole social media post dedicated to the millimeters, it isn't going to make a difference. Because there are still going to be people, and even people who are not millimeters, who are not Melody Cherie supporters, who are still going to take a go at you if they feel that you're not right. And you act like, as well, that Letitia's mom is not also fueling hate against you as well with this drama with the plagiarism. But you only have smoke for Melody Cherie's fan base because she has the largest fan base. Meanwhile, Letitia's mom is going on all these lives and going on all these YouTuber platforms and saying how she's got something for you. And saying you better keep her daughter's name out of your mouth. Or she's going to do X, Y, and Z and she doesn't care how many millions you've made. And you have not yet responded to her at all. Even when, at the height, when, Letitia's mom was inciting violence for talking about the Holt kids. And, Melody Cherie and Martell were, intervening and everything got escalated. You're sitting there in the car talking about you're trying out Shona food. As if Shona was not the reason that everything escalated the way it did. So, I'm going to need you to keep the same energy. This notion where people, they don't say anything when Melody Cherie is bullied. They don't say anything when Melody Cherie's ex-husband is accusing her falsely of cheating. Nobody says anything when Melody Cherie's ex-husband and his side chick are trying to distribute revenge pee amongst the cast, amongst anybody who would listen, in hopes that could just completely tarnish Melody Cherie and her reputation. All of you are quiet when all of these shenanigans are taking place with the other cast members when they have a go at Melody Cherie. But the moment you see one negative comment, or you see a comment that is not praising you or worshiping the ground you walk on, you want to blame somebody. You want to blame Melody Cherie. You want to blame her fans. And you want Melody Cherie to basically spend her time giving speeches to her fan base when it's not necessary. about you evaluate your behavior? How about you evaluate why people are saying the things that they're saying to you? And take some self-reflection and take some accountability. Because there's a difference between somebody just sending hate and just being completely and utterly disrespectful and not saying anything of substance versus people leaving comments that's an actual critique versus comments that's an actual opinion of how somebody feels when they see something in a scene and they feel that you were out of order in that particular scene, or that you didn't take accountability in that particular scene and were, just basically trying to throw rocks and hide your hands, or they felt you were being messy and trying to instigate drama about something. That is not hate. That is people calling out what they're seeing real time on a show. And it's funny that you're the one that cries about this. Meanwhile, the Scots have a different approach. Is before they used to use Letitia's mom as like their spokesperson and go on these lives and go on all these platforms and spread hate to whoever the quote-unquote haters were. But then the other side of it as well is they like to make posts on Instagram or go Instagram live and address quote-unquote the haters and claim that they're not paying attention to quote the haters. But really, you did this whole video, you did this whole post in the first place because of quote-unquote the haters. And you specifically do this whenever you deem or label it the quote-unquote millimeters because you don't like them calling you out. Right? You don't like anybody, that is not worshiping you, is not saying nothing but positive things about you. And so it has you pressed that Melody Cherie has the largest fan base and overwhelmingly a number of people like her and support her. And you can't accept it. You can't take it. But this nonsense, this foolishness of just having moms come on and attack Melody Cherie, whether it's Letitia's mom or Tell's mom or Stormy's mom, and they're just going to have a segment where they're just going to, treat Melody Cherie like a punching bag. No. Something else has to give. We need something new. We need something innovative because you're going to talk about something that is ages old. You're specifically bringing on a mom just to be messy towards Melody Cherie. I don't want to hear Melody Cherie is anybody's favorite because Melody Cherie is getting unnecessary treatment and unnecessary questions that are completely and utterly inappropriate that she's not responsible for. And the new thing people do as well is they pose to be fans of Melody Cherie. That's the new game. People pretending to be a millimeter so that they can get their likes up, they can get their engagement up, they can get, whatever up and gain a certain amount of clout so that you know their name. And then ultimately, once they reach that clout, once they reach that certain level, then they go in on everybody, right? They pretend at first that they're only here for Melody Cherie, that they only like her. And then once they reach a certain level, then they decide to completely flip it on Melody Cherie and try to say, oh, well, maybe everybody was right about her, or, or I see why so-and-so isn't friends with her. So you need to stop blaming Melody Cherie. You need to stop blaming the millimeters for your incompetence, for your messy behavior, for your, trying to be an instigator for drama. Fans are going to call it out every single day and twice on Sundays, and there's nothing you can do about it. But there is a difference between people who are trolling. There's a difference between people who are sending hate. There's a difference if people are sending threats in your DMs versus people having an opinion, voicing it, and keeping it moving, and pointing out your behavior, your role in that particular scene. And if you cannot handle it, then get off of reality TV. Because I have never been in an environment where so many reality TV people cry about, oh, the haters, oh, the death threats, oh, but they never acknowledge why people do not like them. They never take a look in the mirror as to why their antics may be a turnoff to viewers. But they just want to play victim. And they always want to take it to another level and take it to the most extreme level in hopes that that is going to make somebody like Melody Cherie feel bad and feel guilty and feel like she has to be responsible for the millimeters when it's not necessary at all. So please buck up. Please be an adult. Can the adults fight their own battles instead of bringing mommy on to do so? Can that happen? Or are you going to start crying? Because this is completely pitiful. This is completely pitiful that Melody Cherie has to go 1-on-5 and sometimes 1-on-6 and sometimes 1-on-7 at these reunions, including the host himself. So I'm over it. But this needs to be nipped in the bud because I'm tired. You don't just replace, one problematic mom with another. That's not how this works. And then she doesn't even have a storyline that's relevant to Melody Cherie. She has her own family drama going on that is not being discussed because you're wasting a segment for her to just have a go at Melody Cherie because the people that you want to attack Melody Cherie don't really have any beef or have any rationale to do so this reunion. So you had to just pull somebody else from the bushes. But this is dumb. And guess what? You're going to get called out. You're going to get cussed out next week when the full scene airs because people are going to be pissed. Because people are going to be like, what is the point of this? This has nothing to do with anything that happened this season, and anything that happens on social media, that is not anybody's responsibility. But you can be the bigger person and ignore it. Or you can be the bigger person and take accountability. Or you can go live and engage with your fans and show your quote-unquote real self. But no, you want to cry to mommy and you want to now tag team Melody Cherie at a reunion about something that happened a long time ago, trying to make fetch happen, trying to make a storyline pop. And it's not going to end well next week. You're upset about a few comments on, a post or whatever about you or a tweet about you. Oh, wait till next week. This is nothing. What you're complaining about, what you're trying to make Melody Cherie responsible for in part 2 of the reunion next week, that's going to be nothing compared to the people that are going to be dragging you next week. And it's not just going to be millimeters. So how about that? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.